I tried
Whoa,
everything.
that was cool.
30 seconds is too long for my existence. I was like 10 seconds into it, I was over it. I'm like, I have to make my own. That's only 15 seconds long.
I hope no one saw me during the countdown because I was just vibing,
They can't.
just jamming. Good.
Well, I mean, me and Jesse can see you, but
I couldn't see him.
Yeah, I couldn't see either of you during the countdown.
oh, well, you can see you down below.
Mm.
Well, at least I can. Can you guys not see each other? I don't know. I haven't been a guest and so.
I mean, I can see Jesse now. I couldn't see either of you during the countdown, though.
Interesting. So how is everybody? I see we're getting some people trickling. Yes! Sophie
immediately noticed her.
Let me tell you, I got really excited because I was going to try to add a very specific picture, but you can have the leaf. If you have free StreamYard, you have to pay if you want anything else. And I'm like, sadness, but it's not worth that. Reverse snow. To be fair, I like the 30-second one to give people time to skip the ad. That's fair, but I'm not monetized, so there's no ads here. One day, everybody, spread the gospel of Sam and subscribe to my channel. I can get that money.
Bro, I don't think I ever...
No, there's literally one option. You get the leaf.
Leaf or nothing.
That's it. I mean, if you pay for the premium one, you can upload whatever you want. But if you're just using the free version, you get the leaf. Oh, that's cool. I'll go send it to you, Sophie. Hold on. All right. So I told Matt and Jesse about why I wanted to use this picture. And let me just tell you, I got a DM from Fox. It's just all caps. No. He knew exactly which picture. There was no doubt, no hesitation. Just no. So for everybody else, I have this picture. It's my desktop background. It is from the Legend of Zelda comic in the Hyrule Historia. And it's got the hero, which is how OG Link in that comic is referred to. And he's like pinned up, and it's just his eye looking very annoyed and fierce and everything. And I fucking love that zoom in. I also love to fuck with Fox with that zoom in because it startles him. And I am an evil bitch, but it's fine. It's fine. So I was like, I got really excited. Like, you can ask Matt and Jesse. I got really excited because I was like, I can put a background. And then I went to click it, and it was like, you need premium. And I got so sad. I was like, no, I wanted to put the eyeball. So yes.
StreamYard just loves crushing your dreams.
It does. Hey, hello. Knives Out sweater. Yes! No, wait, my desktop clutter is exposed.
Oh, no. Okay. Wait, let me go over here.
There we go. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. For the record, my desktop is not normally cluttered. I have those files there because I need to do something with them. So I'm refusing to allow myself to declutter until I do what needs to be done. So
that's fair. My laptop, my desktop was like that too for a long time.
I love the Virgo energy of just immediately just like, I am not disorganized. I am organized normally.
So you all know.
Just so you know.
Woohoo! Sorry for just coming in and saying words. You're good.
Better than saying numbers.
Yes, like the stream. Yes. Better be leaf. The leaf is awesome, but I need it. I use the paid version. I'm like, Jessica, I just need just once the eyeball. But no, it's fine. He does. He he knows me so well. That's like earlier I changed my Discord status to something and I was like, I wonder if anybody will say anything. And like Fox immediately was like, Sam, your Discord message. And I was like, I know. But also he enables me to be a little shit. So it's really, is it my fault or his or both? I liked
Fair.
the stream before it was Which, for anybody who's curious and who doesn't friend me on Discord, there's this song by this band called Smash to Pieces called Let Me Be Your Superhero. And it's a really nice, dramatic song that's, goes about how you would expect from a superhero song, because they're relatively generic, to be honest, but it's fine. And then there's just this one part that, it's like getting to the super dramatic up before it comes, back down with all the big sound. And he's like, wishing you would see that I'm more than a stalker. And the first time I heard that, I was like, I didn't hear that right. Hold on. Because it's just so out of place with the rest of the song, but works so well. And I'm like, I have questions now. I need to know more. I need to know more about this narrative.
I want to unpack that.
Right? Especially since the beginning. It's like the beginning lyrics are something like, he's like out doing his best to like be like Batman, and then we got the stalker thing later on, and I'm like, I need to know more about the narrative of this song.
The way I see it,
you can't just leave that there.
Either more than a stalker is a threat, or more than a stalker is like, no, I'm not creepy. No, either way, I don't love it.
It's because it's the way he sings it too. Because he's just like, wishing you could see that I'm more than a stalker, and I'm just like,
the passion.
It's also more than a stalker, so he's not denying he's
right.
a stalker. So it's like, I'll link
I'm
you
not
the song.
just a stalker, I'm also a superhero. Yeah, I need to listen to that song.
The video is also like just really good because it's got like, it features this little girl who's trying to be a ballerina and she's like overcoming a lot of things. So it's like, it's a really great music video and I really like the song. But then like that one lyric comes up and I'm just like, I need to know. I need to know things. See, it's a good song. I would play it, but copyrights. I don't think I do. Well, Matt and I will unpack it. It's fine. Sounds like something. No, see, that's the thing. Stalkers don't admit they're stalkers. They don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing. So the fact that he's like, I'm more. Yes, the crescendo. Thank you. I'm just picturing a music video where the leader of the band is in spandex. Well, he's like, he does have a kind of costume uniform thing where it's just like this hood and then his like face is a mask that vaguely reminds me of some sort of love child between Daft Punk and Star Wars. Specifically the mercenary dude that my dad likes.
Boba Fett?
Boba or Jenga, one of those two, yes. So, because of the way the helmet is shaped, it reminds me of the Fets. But then the lighting and stuff reminds me of Daft Punk. So, I'm more than a stalker. I'm also a murderer.
Aww.
Yes, perfect.
How sweet.
Fox, how dare you? You better like the stream. He's threatening me. Threatening the very essence of so hurt right now. All right, you guys should go ahead and do your intros while I process this betrayal.
All right, I'll start. I used to be called Matt, but now I'm Mateus after much debate. I am writing a fantasy novel that seems to be never ending. And when I'm not doing that, I make coffee and make bad jokes on Twitter.
And I'm Jesse, also known as Queef in Cyborg Central. I am 97% Lynx, zoomed in eye. I am writing a fantasy, and that is what I will be working on today. I'm on chapter 3 of converting to a different format.
Sorry, Fox sent me a gift. It's hurt my soul. Hello, everybody. I am writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. The flow of my intro was almost fucked up because of the utter betrayal of my best friend. I also host these live streams on Mondays. I post videos on Wednesdays about the aforementioned topics. Everything is linked down below. In order to keep up with all things Sam, you can sign up to my newsletter on my website. And I have a Ko-fi, coffee, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where you can give me tips if you want to help support the platform. Also, please like the video because algorithm.
All my homies like the live streams.
That's right.
You have to listen to Mateus.
Excuse me, you do. I'm dying over here. An iconic intro. Both of them. They were good intros. So we have just a couple more minutes before we're gonna start our first sprint. That's the word for them. I can't function anymore. I was already like on a mental decline before we got here. It's only gotten worse.
Functioning is okay.
Being around me and Jesse will do that.
Yep.
I went to search for my timer, and it was like, you want to listen to Smash the Pieces, right? And I was like, no, not right now.
I mean, a little bit, but we can't.
During the stream. The other, they have a newer song that I recently became obsessed with, which is something. Hold on. I must find out the name. All Eyes on You, which has just like this really nice, I want to say like kind of a blues rock feel to it. I don't know. It's really good. Also has a very interesting narrative. No stalkers, though.
Is it even a good song then?
Yes, because it's got, I don't know, this weird, like, well, not weird, but it has like a whole plot line wrapped in it that could be a great novel, and I'm like, I'm gonna dedicate my life now to using this in something. So this has been a mental decline day.
It really has.
I was like laying in my bedroom and I could just feel the migraine slowly zapping my life force away. It's not here yet, but it's on its way. Go on, you were gonna.
What? Oh, I was just agreeing that it has definitely been a mental decline day. Like, it's been a very Monday.
Just another mundane Monday. Whoa. I wish it was a Sunday. That's my fun day. I have to stop there before I get copyrighted. My phone is not doing things. It's like frozen. There we go. I don't know. I had a minor heart attack. It was like, I don't want to function anymore. So gonna set up the break timer before I forget, before we come back.
Smart.
Thank you.
While you're setting that up, everyone don't forget that Sophie has an Instagram challenge going on. If you write romance or anything with romance, or if you just write anything, or if you just like Instagram challenges, use Sophie's Instagram challenge.
Yes.
Which I'm blanking on what it's called. Romance Writers February? Is that right? Sophie, is that right?
Hold up. I'm dyslexic. I mix words up. Hold on.
I don't know why I said it louder, like she might hear me. Sophie!
I'm looking at my post for the live stream, like that's gonna have the hashtag. Yes, it's Romance Writer February.
Romance Writer February.
We are up to today was day 8, Mood Board Monday for the MC. Which let me tell you, it was like Mood Board Monday, and I'm like, I don't feel like making one. And so I was like looking through all my things, and I was like, Mwaha! I have 3, and I'm like, which do I post? And then I belatedly realized it said MC, and I'm like, oh, good thing Nova has one. Do. Yes, that was correct. For me, it's Tuesday, and it feels very Monday. Well, then you would be up to day 9, which is Trope Tuesday. Romantic tropes in your book.
What is Tuesday but Monday with a hat?
She disappeared to get dinner, and we started harassing her.
That's why you should never disappear.
Matt was pimping out your challenge, and you weren't here to see it.
The one nice thing Matt has done.
In my entire life.
And she misses it.
The share thing changed because StreamYard like updated, and I was like, no, how do I share a screen now? But it's there. It's the same. It's fine. Everything's fine. Chrome tab. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do the first sprint. In 3, 2, 1, go! Whoops. Jesse, I accidentally renamed you.
No, I did it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to click unmute, and you were right by the unmute, and a thing came up that was like rename, and I was like, no. And then I was
Oh no!
like, oh, how did I even do that? All right.
I had it something else, but
So
I don't know if it cuts off or not.
okay, so we forgot to say what we were working on today, by the way, or at least I did. I am going through my outline because I can finally work on it again, everyone. But I'll have to reread everything because I'm like, I don't even remember. What is my story about? Who are my main characters? There's romance. What?
And I was supposed to be doing critique work tonight, but I'm not doing that because in my draft I'm like at the climax now, so I'm like drafting that instead.
Sorry, I just saw Jesse. So
And,
what are you working on, Jesse?
I was going to be working on chapter 3, but I did everything but work on chapter 3. I changed my name a couple times. I made a GIF.
Awesome. I have reread like the opening of the novel, and I realized one of the characters had their old names. So I had to like go change their name everywhere, and I was like, "Whoops." So let's see. Oh yeah, so Matt did his homework, and he listened to
yes.
the Stalker song, which I see. I just want to say, it was whether he was a stalker or not was never the question. The question was just, do I I should unpack the rest of the song. Sometimes I feel like, see, this part is like, I don't know, so just disconnected and in line with generic superhero songs, so it just doesn't stick out until you take it out of context. Then I'm like, oh, wait a sec. Because like I said at the beginning of the song, he says he's just Batmaning, and I'm like, okay, Batman feels like a monster too. But then you take it out, and I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah, it's like I like the song, but I'm just listening to the lyrics like, "Sir, you were."
Oh, it's not the first creepy song I've loved.
No.
So that doesn't change anything for me. See, and then the part where he says, "Anywhere you go, I'll follow." He just says it so sad, like a little puppy.
A little creepy puppy.
A little creepy puppy. Look, my dog falls sticks to me around the house and tries to shove her nose up my ass. So puppies are creepy sometimes in their love.
What are puppies? Stalkers.
Yes, I have a really thing where I can't stand still when I hear most music on my playlist, but I also have the ability to read while I move. So it it doesn't hinder me at all. And if it starts to get in the way, I just kind of stop for a moment and I go back to what I'm doing. So dance while you read and write if you can, or if it gives you motion sickness like it does somebody else I know, do not. Yes. Always, because I have a very active, all of the music on my writing related playlist are very high energy. Jam with Sam. Now everyone knows that during the sprints they'll get other entertainment. Hey you. Hello. Oh, wait, it refreshed. I gotta scroll up. I was listening to the 2 songs that I recommended to Matt, which were, God, my brain fog is bad. I've recommended to them All Eyes on You and Let Me Be Your Superhero by Smash to Pieces. And then I was listening to 2 K-pop songs. Tiger Inside by Super M and Hero by Monster X. So, which I'm slightly obsessed with the dance moves for Tiger Inside, so I'm trying to learn them a little bit because the way that they dance is just so good. They keep their hands like this to imitate a more monster or bestial emotion. It's a horror movie thing that actors back in the day before CG and shit, when they wore the costumes and they just had to like all of their movement and stuff. It was so I love watching it because it's so reminiscent of that, because the way they move is very like bestial and wild to get the tiger energy, and I could just rewatch that video all day, every day.
Yeah, like dancing like that is just so impressive. The way, like 10 out of 10, well done. When I watch like a music video and they're just going hard.
And then when they like turn with their legs, they purposely like kick out with a very powerful straight line instead of like a curved leg line, which in most dancing, like it's very fluid and like round and curved. But then they do that to keep their legs straight, and it makes it feel like a much harder movement. So it's fascinating.
Well, and like with like choreographed stuff like that, I don't know how they do it, because like when I do something, I have no idea what I look like. And
they have choreographers, and a lot of dance practice is done like in rooms with mirrors, so they can see what they look like.
Yeah.
But then, after enough years of practice, it's just kind of like instinct based and everything. But I did watch a behind the scenes video of that one, and one of the, I forget which one of them, but one of them, he was just like, this is the hardest one that we've ever done. And I'm like, I can imagine, because they have to like, it really reminds me more of like, horror movie, like monster, kind of like Thriller by Michael Jackson, when they're like zombies and stuff, but then more like Wolfman. So it's just, I'm so fascinated by it.
It's so impressive.
Cutting out filter words, murder them, kill all the feelings. 299 words. Jesse, stay tuned. It might change again. You never know.
No,
just
this is
pointing out.
My little Charlotte girl.
It's his Clark Kent girl. That's what I call it. Matt is rocking the Tobias hair.
I want to be Tobias so bad.
You want to be?
I would love to be Tobias. Like the pinnacle of human existence is just Tobias.
It's a good goal. Kind of funny thing. Jenna will send me like snippets from TSA, because I'm her critique partner and stuff. And with a lot of Tobias's lines, I'm like, this is why I got Tobias on the personality quiz. So I'm just like, I'm Tobias.
Dude is just smooth as silk, nice guy, and will beat a man to death. Like,
yes,
he's got it all.
So a fun story for anybody who hasn't read the end of TSC. This is gonna have major spoilers, but when Fox was reading the end of TSC, no surprise, I was fucking with him hardcore, and I was like, Tobias is a werewolf, and he was like, what? just having I had forgotten like certain parts of it, but then there's the part where Tobias is all in, like, first there's the part where it's, I think it's 4. It's 111, because that's where Tobias kills the dragon. And he's just like, he's powered by rage. And I'm like, see, he's a werewolf. He's going to kill him because he's angry. And then like the next time, he's like, Tobias had been tortured and injured, and he's going through that long tunnel, but he's like slowly healing. And I'm like, see, he's a werewolf. He's got regenerative powers. He's slowly been getting stronger and more resilient throughout the whole thing. He's a werewolf. And Fox was like, I swear to God, if he is a werewolf.
What a twist.
I know. And there's this part in TSS, which I won't say because Fox hasn't read TSS. He's a very slow reader. He has started it, but he hasn't. But there's going to be parts in TSS also that like reinforces that even harder. So I'm like, he's a werewolf, Fox. Accept it. So that's my fun fucking with my one of my besties right there.
There should be a thing on your channel, just fucking with Fox.
The many ways in which I fuck with Fox. Revising my first draft. My red pen is crying, Uncle. Oh no. Finished cooking. Yeah, nice. Food. Finished cooking. Oh fuck, hold on. I didn't forget to turn the timer on. Matt did.
Yeah, that was on me. My bad, guys.
Finished cleaning all the downstairs and taught some people why they should clean and cook. Because, everybody thinks need to clean and cook. Okay, so what I call generic superheroes. Sorry. So I check my Discord DMs sometimes when I'm in the middle of talking. No, don't definitely not like the stream. Fox gets me back. He gets me back in the harshest of ways. But so a generic superhero song is like, I could go all the way back to like Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. It's a song that generally goes along the idea of like specifically Batman or Superman. It's just this, I want to be your hero. I want to save you. And it just kind of like idealizes being somebody's superhero in a depressed manner as like a goal, but they're really sad. And they're normally alternative rock songs, and I eat them up. They're like one of my sad superheroes. I want to be better, but I suck. I love them. I love them so much. So, Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. I Want to Be Your Hero. What's another one? I'm sure there's 8 different ones specifically called I Want to Be Your Hero, but by different bands. So, what's that one? Daughtry has one. That's probably just superhero or.
Oh, the Daughtry one is I think it's called "Waiting for Superman."
Yes, yeah. Waiting for Superman. That's one.
Out here with that Daughtry trivia,
right? 467 words. Ooh, T. 395, 430, 277. Super M. It's so good. You did? Yes. Oh wait, no. Super M. That's a different shirt. I got excited. But yes, yes for your shirt, but my birthday present is still on its way to her. But that is a Monster X one. Listen to Blackpink during the sprint. Also good. This is such a nice compliment. Yay. Hair matters. It does. Oh my God. So Chris understands my obsession with hair, and I was showing him because earlier we were talking about male power fantasy versus the female gaze, and how Chris is super good at knowing the difference. He just always does. And then I pulled up Super M, and I'm like, yeah, this is totally female gaze. I'm like, especially love this guy's hair. And he's like, really? You like that guy's hair? And I was like, hold on. And I showed it to him at a different angle, and he goes, oh yeah, I see it. And I'm like, see?
It's so nice. My brother's fiance is a hairstylist, so she does my hair and stuff. And it's so nice having a professional that's just around to give pointers and stuff.
Matt cheats.
Yeah, I do.
That's fine. I also cheat, surrounding myself with professionals who are more skilled than me.
Got to get that networking.
Yes, because it's true. Excuse me. No, the anger doesn't equal werewolf, but you have to understand the way in which Jenner wrote his murderous rage was very werewolf, which is a high compliment from me, for the record. Fucking with Fox, yes, I approve this spelling. No, Sophie, that makes me sad. That makes me almost as sad as Fox threatening to not like the stream.
Honestly, having a bad dinner is just
it's so
the worst thing. Just ruins the entire night.
Song. I know.
It's called Hero.
See, there will be the word hero in there somewhere, except Kryptonite.
I love that song so much. It's so
it's
so Nickelback.
I don't hate Nickelback. I know they're not the greatest band ever, but I like a lot of their music. But also, we go back to the thing that I like sad music about shit. So, well, I like their sad song. I don't like Rockstar is not one of my.
Oh my God.
Waiting for Superman is so good.
It is a really good song.
I'm going to get some balls. Don't talk about me. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait.
So
Yeah,
good.
see, it's a sad. They are always sad too. It's never happy. Nobody ever happily sings, except I think Iron Man. But Iron Man is not a generic hero. But Iron Man by Black Sabbath, which I think is not actually about Iron Man.
Yeah, I think I read a thing that explained what it was about, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not about like Marvel's Iron Man.
All animalistic rage translates to werewolf for Sam. Just for the record, that's not an actual thing. Like, people can have animalistic rage. I just always translate it to werewolf. Someone's gonna transform. No, that's even worse. I will fight your college. Did they cook the chicken all the way through this time? I swear, I will end them.
Out here trying to poison their students.
See, yeah, I don't like photograph either.
Look at this graph.
Look
So
at
funny.
this graph. Great minds think alike. I went at that in the wrong order, but oh well. They did not cook the chicken. No.
That's such a college move.
Wow.
Yeah, she
Here's
messaged
raw
me
chicken.
yesterday.
That'll be $1,000.
She messaged me yesterday or the day before, and she was like, "Yeah, we had undercooked chicken today," and I was like, "I will fight your cafeteria." I should also note that Fox has called me out because I said, he quoted me, I could watch it all day, every day. And he's like, and you will. You will. And I'm like, it's true. It's so true. But still, all the slander going on right now. All right, Matt, Jesse, we're going.
Let's go. I have no idea where you go to school, but we're on our way.
We're gonna fight things.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw that comment and I thought it said, "Please fight my grandma," and I was like, "There's no way it says that."
So funny grandma story. I have two today. One, I was talking to my grandma earlier because we were like talking about some things on Facebook. And then she was like, yeah, and this one person probably thinks I'm a bitch. And I was just like, I don't care if they think you're a bitch, grandma. You're my bitch. And she's just like, yeah, and continues on with her story. And I felt so dismissed. I was like, my love was not appreciated. And then there's this post on Facebook that's kind of making fun of the way that like people play games, and that is like, if you press the button harder, your character will hit harder. If you lean, your character will dodge. It's more true now with VR technology, but back in the day, it was not true at all. But you still did it.
But you still do it.
And like when my grandma plays Mario, she was straight up to make him jump higher.
Aww.
So I tagged her and I was like, Grandma, this is how you play Mario and Tetris. And then like my Aunt Deanna, whom is my aunt because she's my Aunt Rena's childhood friend. So they've known each other for like eons. She commented on it and she was like, yeah, and also if you're losing, you just hit like the person that you're playing against. And I was like, oh yeah, that's another tactic of grandma's with a shoe. And she's like, or whatever else is in the range. And then my grandma goes on there and she's all like, stop telling on grandma. It's like, nah.
Yeah, I saw a post earlier too. And I was remembering like Mario Kart, you hold it and you're like to move or like lean forward.
I would do it with the GameCube one to where like it literally did nothing, but I'm just like,
yeah, it really doesn't. That is what you do. It's just like that, and like when you're playing a game with a bow and you like pull your controller back. That's not even how real bows work, but it's still what you did. Yes.
To shoot a bow, you simply lean backwards really far.
Yes, that's how it works. There was something else I was gonna say, and I can't remember what it was. So let's go to the comments.
Woo!
Oh, so another time I was a little shit. Back when Chris and I were dating and he had come to visit me in Tennessee, we were all playing Mario Party with my grandma. My grandma is just a sore loser. And like, so I beat her I won a mini game. And so she like, smacked me on the arm and she was like, or she went, "You bitch." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "You're cheating." I'm like, "I'm not cheating, I'm just better than you." But then like I won another mini game and the thing kind of repeated and I was like, "But look at him, he has more stars than you." And I pointed to Chris. I had at this point moved away from my grandmother. So it was Chris right beside my grandma. And she smacks him in the arm. And he looked so scandalized. He was like, "What the fuck is this little old lady?" I just smacked him in the arm for winning at Mario Party. And she's like, "You're dating her, you're part of the family now." I could have given him a forewarning, but I was 18, so
Mario Party just does that to people. Like, there's no friends in that game.
No, and my grandma's ruthless in a game. See, if she's winning, it's fine. But if you're winning, you're cheating. And that is how she lives her life.
Love that energy.
If we're following the same sad superhero songs, there's "Hate It When You See Me Cry" by Hailstorm. And there was this one lyric where it's like, "I'm here to save the world, but who will save Supergirl?" I have to check that out to see if I deem it a generic song. Because I don't know that I know a generic superhero song that's not by a dude. Yesterday the meat was spun. How is meat sponge? I'm scared. Don't eat it. Eat something else.
It's stretched?
That's not how meat works.
It's a gum.
That is horrible.
They gave you chewed gum.
Yeah, the leaning. It's so. Oh yes, for everybody, it is. This is the patron saint of the stream, Artemis. She's just like down here in the lap, so she's like.
Artemis just chilling. Yep,
that's what she do. Yeah, she just came up here like I'm yelling and moving and stuff, and she gives no fucks. She just sort of grounds herself. Exactly. Like my grandma like pulls anybody in quickly. But to be fair, she did not abuse most of my friends. Just Chris, because I was dating him. My age 8 unplugging the GameCube when my older sister was about to win. That got you banned from the systems in my house. I'm a 3rd generation gamer, and if you unplugged controllers to turn systems off or unplugged systems, you were banned from the system for a week. So
when I wanted my brother to get off the TV, I would pretend like I tripped over the cord to unplug it. Like just walk by and just trip over it and like yank it out of the wall with my foot.
So when I was playing, one of the reasons that I am so save obsessed with everything to this day, like I'm sitting there, typing a story, I write 3 words, Control S. I write 3 more words, Control S. Is because the way our living room was set up when I was a kid, the 64 was in a rather precarious situation in front of the front door. I was the oldest of many children. There was a lot of coming in and out. And yeah, sometimes it would get knocked over. Sometimes just jumping too hard would jar it and the game would freeze. And let me tell you, Nintendo is the most indestructible game system in existence.
It's true. It's true. I still have my Nintendo 64.
It got like soda spilt on it, water spilt on it, and it still kept a trucking. Do you mean I Need a Hero by Bonnie Taylor? I wouldn't count that one because it's like really upbeat and it's happy and like I don't know.
It's just so good. One of the best songs ever made.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the generic thing. That's the other thing. Like with generic superhero songs, you sometimes struggle to remember who sang which one. because they're
Because
very
they're all the
generic.
same song.
So I'm so bad at games, so I can confirm she is terrible. I sat in a call while she was playing Mario. No, you're not going over there. No. Sorry. My cat was trying to go over my laptop that way. She's not allowed. His meat's spongy, it's tofu. They're lying.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past
It's
them
such
as just
a good
being a
song.
sponge.
I Need a Hero by Fairy Godmother. You are all blasphemous. It's by Bonnie. I'm pretty sure Bonnie Taylor is her name.
Sophie brought up a good point with Livin' La Vida Loca, which is not a superhero song at all, but
Shrek
is
version
another
sucks,
just
but so is
incredible
Ricky
song.
Martin.
Not the Shrek version, the real version.
So it took me like it is one of the very few songs that when I was a child I didn't fully understand it. And then I understood it when I was older and I was like, "Oh. Oh."
Honestly, I couldn't tell you one lyric of that song. I just know it just goes da 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 da
Oh,
da.
so throughout the chorus of the song or throughout the not the chorus, what's the other part? The verse, throughout the verses of the song, he talks about how he meets this woman and she gets him to, or she like tricks him into going to a hotel and then she steals his money and she takes his wallet and she just like leaves him. But he doesn't regret it because she was such an amazing woman.
Aw.
And the chorus is about how like amazing she is. So like literally part of it goes, she took my wallet and she took my money. And so it's just like when you actually listen to the lyrics, you're like, sir, it's like when you listen to Pina Colada. If you like Pina Colada, and you realize it's about a husband and wife who tries to cheat on each other, but like accidentally goes to cheat on each other with each other.
Yeah.
Although the husband's response is probably one of my favorites in existence, which is just, I didn't know that you like Pina Colada.
Just trying to steer the conversation away.
Huh. Because they both at fault. So what? Nobody has anything against Shrek versions of
Yeah,
songs.
no, the Shrek versions are fine. Just the
Yeah.
OGs are the OGs.
Yeah, it's just, I was just up here like, yeah, that one song by Bonnie, and everyone else is like Fairy Godmother, and I'm like, you, all of you.
Not put enough respect on is it Bonnie Taylor or Bonnie Tyler? Regardless, not put enough respect on her name.
I'm not
bringing up
even
Fairy
convinced I
Godmother.
got the right last name, so.
It's Taylor or Tyler. I don't know which it is though.
All right, so I am going to. What kind of timer do we want?
Steek's not here. We can do the rainbow.
20-minute rainbow, not trout. I don't even know what that would be.
The trout timer. Oh no, it's a fish timer.
No. Excuse me. Because we must get work done today. Put that up before we start. Haha. All right. So, nope, that's Discord. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. I got like 2 pages read and the kitty entertained because she wouldn't leave me alone, so I made her dance with me. Excuse me while I pin a recipe that Jenna is sending me because it's very, very important that I pin it. Oh,
I don't know how many
Jesse
words.
will BRB because his doggies need him.
What a good dog, Papa.
So how did you do?
Let me see how many words I did. Because it wasn't many, but it was some.
I should be reading chat, but I'm like glancing over this recipe that Jenna sent me. I'm like, how do I cook it? Okay.
I did 179 and listened to Bonnie Tyler and Ricky Martin. So
Both so
really,
good.
that trumps the 179.
I let my playlist go, so alas, they were not on it today. Hold on. There we go. Sounds like me with Macarena when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. I can't like do the because my cat's head is in the way.
You know, you can do the Macarena to pretty much any song and it'll kind of work.
I have to try it now.
Like it's not perfect, but like you can.
The Shrek versions are the OG. Cause you're a baby. That is like slightly. I remember. I heard the first time I heard Smash Mouth's that song that I can't remember the name of. It was at the beginning of Shrek. Yes, All Star. And then I was riding in the car with my uncle, and like he had the CD and he put it in, and I was like, "Yeah, it's the Shrek song," and then he gave me the CD so that I could listen to it.
Nice. One of my all-time favorite things is the on the Shrek 2 DVD. There was like a mini game type thing where it was like Shrek or Shrek ever, or it's American Idol, but it's Shrek.
Yeah,
and it just like had Simon Cowell in it, and like, oh my god, what a game!
That.
And if you didn't pick a main character to win, Simon Cowell just said he won and sang like Frank Sinatra or something. Absolutely wild.
Back in the day. Me and my friend used to sing the Pina Colada song in Stitch voices. Chris heard it from Short Circuit too, which ages him, I'm sure. Pina Colada, I'm gonna see if they have one for you, Ken.
Yo.
My jelly is jiggling.
I feel like that would be such a fun concert. Like, I'm not big on...
Oh, yeah! I forgot that was in the song. She must have slipped me a sleeping pill.
Like, I feel like a Ricky Martin concert would just have incredible vibes. Everyone having a great time.
My aunt, Serena, used to work at a Waffle House as a waitress, and so sometimes when we'd go to pick her up, we would, just sit in the Waffle House while we wait, and they had a jukebox, and she was a huge Ricky Martin fan, so she just put various Ricky Martin songs on repeat.
Nice.
So I have a heavy association with Living La Vida Loca and waffles.
Honestly, like, what a great combination. Ricky Martin and Waffle House.
Right?
Love it. Like, Waffle House is amazing. Ricky Martin's amazing. Perfect.
Yeah. As Jenna confirmed and everyone else, it's Bonnie Tyler. I know that they're the same person, but I always forget they're the same person. So every time I'm told, I'm like, it is the same person. Total Eclipse of the Heart is a great song. Oh yeah, I love listening to her sing. She only knows how to go hard, and there is no other way.
Only 100.
It's more Bonnie Tyler love, which I'm here for. The Netflix
Bonnie Tyler could kill a man with her voice alone.
I don't think I would ever title Let's Talk Icons, just because, like, so many people would try to have opinions that I'm just like, no.
True.
So it would probably be like Sam's Icons or something like that.
Yeah.
Meatloaf. I love Meatloaf's music.
Actually, like I'm sure I would recognize a Meatloaf song if I heard one. But, like off the top of my head, I can't think of any.
Meatloaf is one of those singers where I'm like, yes, I do in fact know that name, and then like, but I cannot remember any of the songs. And I'm like, but I know I like your music, and then the song starts playing, and it's just like my whole life has returned to my brain. So it's like earlier, I was trying to remember in what order the phases of the menstrual cycle go, and I could not for the life of me. I just forgot how bodies worked at all. And so then I looked it up, and like I read one sentence, and suddenly I remembered everything that I ever learned, and I was like, aha, there it was.
Your third eye opened.
Yeah, it's just like my filing cabinets need like a secret code to open. Are you singing Meatloaf?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why she falls apart. Turn around every now and then, I get a little bit older. Meatloaf collapsed on stage once and then told the press his plan for if he dies on stage, which is the band plays when the Saints go marching in, and then they all go off their instruments and they lead the audience in a song, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And if it was too morbid to leave me on stage, take me off stage and still do the same thing. I like how he's like, here's two options. If you're comfortable with my dead body, leave it there. If not, you can move me. So considerate. I love that. Yes, I saw, and now I desire it. I have vague memories of something similar, so I'm sitting here going, has my mother made this for me? Cheesy enchilada casserole? Back when I was a young child?
Is it just like I'm trying to think of what I like? I'm trying to conceptualize that. Like, are there no tortillas? So just like the enchilada sauce, cheese, chicken,
No,
and
you can
other
put the
stuff.
tortilla like on the bottom or the top, I think. Or
Okay.
like a lasagna.
Yeah,
Hold on.
like almost like a
Jenna
pie
sent me
crust.
instructions. So, all right. So you do one layer of ripped up corn tortillas, and then other stuff, and then
Oh, that
cheese,
makes
and then
sense.
meat, and then cheese, and then pour the enchilada sauce, and then another layer of ripped tortillas, and then more cheese. That was probably a very poor summary, but that's essentially how it stacks. So we were bopping. Look, you gotta bop in life.
You can't listen to Bonnie Tyler and not bop.
Although you did disappear on us, so I guess the bop took you.
Yeah.
Sophie's listening to her workout playlist.
Bonnie Tyler just took me for a minute.
That happens. It refreshed again. Matt is resurrected. I see where people are talking about what they accomplished during the sprint. Edited 7 pages. Awesome. 486. My character decided to metaphorically flip a table. I want to write a character literally
flipping a table.
That's a goal of mine, to just have a scenario in which case it makes sense for a character to just flip a table.
That's a real love to just flip a table.
I know.
Like with stuff on it. Like, oh, that'd be so fun.
Kieran could do it. Kieran is like, he's a big dude. He's got the strength and the muscles. He could do it. But he also has the mildest temperament of all 3 of my main characters. So I'm literally like, Nova would flip a fucking table. But like, I don't know if she could flip a table easily. But like, so I'm just like, I played myself.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, where can I squeeze in a table flip?
Right? It's like, gotta
like now I want it.
Yes, so All-Star. Everybody helped me.
Great song.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. Like, I have a problem. I cannot see a song lyric that I recognize and not sing it. It's the issue. Somebody could like type out a whole song and I would get copyright straight because I'd just be like 502, total of 969. That's a very pretty
Nice.
number. You should not write another word ever. No, I'm kidding.
Call it, publish, go. You're
69.
done. You did it.
It was a lot of thirsty women, to be fair. I mean, I still imagine there would be a lot of thirsty women at a Ricky Martin concert. Just also thirsty men. Sorry. I've like lost my place again. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I didn't
Is
recognize
that
it as
Meatloaf?
lyrics
I
at
think
first.
that's Meatloaf. See,
I'm just like,
I know.
what?
Sometimes I see a phrase and I think it's a lyric and it was just somebody talking. But that one I'm pretty sure was a lyric.
I'm just like, you wouldn't go to a Ricky Martin concert for love? Like, seems doable.
But I won't do that. There's more things. Amy's living the dream.
Yo,
Living the dream.
Amy out here doing everything I've ever wanted. Just writing the table flip.
Chris is out here having an existential crisis because he can't remember the Meatloaf songs. He's not good with remembering song stuff, so it's okay. He's like my opposite.
I'm really good with titles, but I'm terrible with lyrics.
See, he does titles and artists, but like doesn't remember lyrics, and I remember lyrics, but not titles or artists. So together we have the ultimate knowledge of the world. The only character in my whip who would flip a table probably couldn't physically. That. See, I think maybe Nova could. It just depends on the table, but I don't know.
Maybe like one of those small like fold-out tables at like a barbecue or something.
They don't have.
It has like one plate on it.
See, I have to think. Would Liam flip a table? I think Liam would flip a table just to be a dick. Just that's it. Not because he was mad. He's just because he wants to be a dick, so he goes and flips the table. Just so like everyone knows, so far of like, because the story that I'm currently writing actually used to be posted online somewhere. So I have had readers before, and then I have my critique partners, and the most popular character of my MCs, it's still to this day, is my little dick. Like he hates people. He's not particularly nice, but he really loves and protects his cousin, and he like play flirts with his best friend, and that makes him beloved by all. And I'm just like, but he's such an ass.
Honestly, though, those are always the best characters. The ones that are just like kind of an ass.
I love him to death, but he's not my favorite. Kieran is my favorite. I have no shame. I have a heavy bias for that giant teddy bear. There's a theater not far from me, not in lockdown time, shows Rocky Horror. Cool. I don't know any of the Rocky Horror Picture songs, I don't think. I've never actually seen it.
I don't either, but I've been told that I would love them, but I've never actually like watched any of that stuff.
My mom or my dad used to do that when I was a teenager,
Same.
and I would fail every time because I'm really bad with band names. But he would like, he didn't judge me because I did know all the words, so he'd be like, I guess this is fine. That's more important.
It's good enough.
Also, fun story about my dad, and it's just kind of our relationship a little bit. So I used to walk from the middle school to the elementary school because the middle school got out first, and so my parents would just wait with the car at the elementary school. And one day I was selected to take algebra in middle school, which was like a big thing. It was the first year that they were doing it in my area. And so I brought the slip home, you know, the in the envelope that had parent permission, and I handed it to my dad. And my dad's first thought was that I blew up the science lab, and he was just like, "How much do we have to pay?" Not even mad that I blew up the science lab, just very put out that he was going to have to pay things. And then he saw what it was, and he was like, "Oh, I'm very proud." And I was just like, why was blowing up the science? What do you think I do at school? I am a very well-behaved child.
Blow up science lab.
Which he was always skeptical about that. He was like, "But are you? But are you?" And I'm like. Also, the first time I told him I had a crush on a guy, I was like, "Yeah, I have a crush on a boy." And he was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, what do you like about him? Please do not say his butt. Do not be like your mother. Like something more." And I just looks at him. I'm like, "Is that how you got mom? Was it your butt?" So. Oh, it took me far too long to figure out what those letters were. I'm like, what am I going to? I don't know if they play that around here.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Everybody's singing Time Warp. I don't know that one. Oh, they do play it? Okay,
school,
apparently they play it here. Sorry, go ahead.
I was the kid, like, I found exactly where the line was, found the exact most I could do without actually getting in trouble, and would just consistently do that.
So Fox DM'd me, and he was like, "To be fair, I can relate to your dad on that one." I would not blow up a science lab. I am more responsible than that. Being called out for all the things. I know of the Time Warp song, I just don't know the lyrics, so I can't sing them.
I don't even know of the Time Warp song. I don't know what this is.
It's like a really like kind of upbeat, like kooky song. I don't know how else to describe it because I don't know the words. It's just a fun, upbeat, kooky song, but having never seen the movie,
Yeah.
I am badass enough on my own. I don't need to make false claims. I also think it's more badass to mix your chemicals correctly and responsibly. Like, if you blew it up, that means you fucked up. Why would I want to fuck up? I'm just too Virgo for that life.
It would be cool, but it would be wrong, and that's worse.
I left wasn't your butt. Not okay. A little recap. The first time that I told, like, because I've only ever had crushes on 2 people. So the first time I told my dad I had a crush on somebody, I was like, "Dad, I have a crush on a boy." He was the first person I told, and his response was, "Okay, why do you like him? And please don't tell me it's just because his butt is cute. Like, please tell me there's some other reason. Don't be like your mother." To which I, at like 12, kind of stopped and just looked at my dad, and I'm just like, "Is that how you got mom? Was it your butt? Is that what I am learning today?" So I am being filled with so many lyrics that I don't know.
But apparently the pelvic thrust would drive us insane.
You insane. Apparently, yes. All I remember
eventually.
All I remember is the pelvic thrust from Bang Bang Bang. Bang Bang Bang. I know that one.
I only know the pelvic thrust from SpongeBob, where he like shoots all around.
Yes. So I just realized our timer went off, but my thing was over my ear, so I didn't actually hear it. We should go into our final sprint of the night. Way. Okay. Candy, what kind of timer was I gonna? Thank you. We're gonna see if we can find a pina colada timer.
I see that I came back.
If not,
You came back just in time for us to leave. So, fun fact:
if you can't find pina coladas,
I always try to spell it pina colada instead of colada. Fun fact for everybody. Okay,
makes
I would
sense.
just need everyone to see. These are our pina colada timers.
Couldn't find pina colada. Here's a bomb.
So many bombs.
You could do one that's just getting caught in the rain.
Yes, let's see if we can find a rain one. If you like pina coladas, we're getting caught in the rain. We found a rain timer.
There we go.
So, to be clear, I know of the time warp. I have heard the time warp. However, I don't say I know a song unless like I am super familiar with the song. Like there are several songs that I absolutely hate their very existence, and I still know every word of the song because that's just how my memory works. So, all right. And we're going to start our final sprint in, hold on, let's put the timers up so I don't forget. Haha. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. I have to highlight where I am at the moment so that I know where to continue reading.
Realized that during the sprint I had gotten very close to the camera.
I don't even know.
I'd like lean forward like this.
I don't even like necessarily want to think about what I might have looked like, because I'm sure at some point I was like or something. I don't know.
Every sprint, I legitimately forget that I'm on camera.
Just like camera, what's the camera? What's this? So I'm not
I
here.
was like, oh no, I'm writing this. The live stream's over. Oh wait.
I saw that you educated yourself on the time off while we were away.
Yeah, don't know what the fuck that was.
Sophie says you usually get close to the camera. She's calling you out.
Well, you know what?
And not me, because I straighten my back a lot when we do sprints. So
sometimes you get forward and give the camera a little close look, you know?
yeah, I'm making like notes as I go through my outline. Like there's this one part where there's like some negotiations and stuff, and then further down in my outline it's all like Nova doesn't like the way this one person was negotiating, and I'm like, I should make a note of that in the negotiations. That they negotiated in a way that Nova did not like, so that I can figure out what that is later. And right now I'm reading through some conversations, and it's been several months since I wrote them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Or that's funny. It's entertaining. And then I got to this one conversation where I'm like, no, we're redoing you. So I have to highlight that. It's only like rough dialogue, but I have standards for my dialogue.
Right.
Like my narrative can suck, but my dialogue's gonna be pristine, damn it. I also got to a part where like earlier I was like talking about how Liam is a dick sometimes, and I get to this part where Nova's pining over Sabrina, and he's all like, you know what would be great? And she's like, what? And he's like, if you crushed on somebody who's actually into you. And she's just like
the shade.
she's like, I don't have a crush on her. And he's like, sure you don't. So, he's so shady. And then like I'm reading like this thing between, it's gonna be between Lionel and Sabrina, and like Lionel's being smooth because they're like talking about flowers, and he's like, yeah, the orchids are really pretty. And she's like, yeah, they're like my favorite, I think. Or no, she says they're super pretty. And then he says something, and she goes, yeah, they get prettier every year. And he's like you. And it's gonna be from Nova's perspective, so she's gonna be so salty. She's gonna be like, me like you, smooth and shit. Hate this motherfucker. So that's okay. I like writing angst. Well, not really angsty. I just like writing mildly irritable main characters, because I'm like, yes, this is a mindset I can enjoy.
Fussy dialogue is the best. Like, they're just grumpy.
I agree.
She has no reason to be grumpy, like, because so she has a crush on like this other princess whom they've been friends since they were kids, but the other princess is like 100% straight and has a crush on this dude who's returning her crush. So Nova, who's like her personal bodyguard, so she's like around her all the time, has to see them interact, like every time they interact. So she's just so salty about his whole existence. She's like, and Liam's just like, it would be so simple, just stop liking her, because he is both asexual and aromantic. So he's just like, you can not like her. And she's like,
simply
that's not
stop,
sir. I will stab you. And he's just like, you could try, but I'm a better fighter than you, so I don't see that working out. And she's just like, So yeah, I'm just having fun rereading mostly what is just summarized. This is shit that happens, and then conversations. And like any and all doubt that I had about writing my outline is just gone now because I'm entertaining. So. All right. Well, everybody, go ahead, do your outros because that was the last sprint and we should get going.
Well, I am Mateus now. I make coffee.
Oh.
I make bad jokes, and sometimes I make words in the form of a novel. That's it. That's me.
And I'm 33% Jesse, 33% Matt, 33% Sophie, and 1% named Sai. Also known as.
And 100% reason to remember the name.
Just look down.
And I also sometimes write words. Not today, but sometimes I do.
And I am writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. I host these live streams on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time where we chat and then you can watch me dance during sprints, and Matt dances too. We might have other dancers. I think CB dances too. So we got a variety of dancers during sprints.
Dance party.
You can keep up with all things Sam via my newsletter down below. You can also give me money if you are so inclined through Ko-fi Coffee, which is also linked down below. Sophie's Romance Writers February Instagram tag. I had to search my soul for the order of the words. Is really fun. It's awesome. You can like follow my Instagram, follow her Instagram, and I have been enjoying doing them all. Thank you for watching. Thanks everybody for watching on the replay. Is there anything else? Like the stream, Fox.
Like the stream.
Like the stream, everybody. Hold on. I got a thing. I'm gonna waste a few moments doing this.
Like Fox, you gotta like the stream.
He said no. All right, so bye. We'll see you later.